be a party now.
Yeah, there's a few of us. We
What's up? What's up? We are back doing a quick, maybe quick, paint up today of project that's been sitting here for a minute. We're going to do Leonardo today. I'm going to go for a speed paint type job on him. Hello, wife. We're going to be breaking out the Citadel color contrast paints. I did a video for YouTube a while back. I'm pretty much just showing the colors, how they covered, stuff like that. I don't think I ever actually put them into use though. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I think we're going to start off with the green of his skin, since that's the lowest level on the model. So let's see. We can sit him down here and he won't get all jacked up. Woo, okay. So let's see if we can find a good green. I don't want it to be too bright. Hello, sun. So we are going to probably start with a little bit darker, then work our way up. So we'll start off with the orc flesh. I'll figure out how to remove that in a minute. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Getting the green mixed up. So I've never really used these contrast colors before. Just the, like I said, just the little test video thing I did before. Let's dig in here. See what we got. See what we're working with. If I'm not mistaken, Vallejo has also started coming out with their own version of contrast paints, as well as they're on par with the Armor Painter speed paints. I haven't seen any of the videos about them. But they're there. Seems to be doing pretty good. I know with the Citadel paints, you're supposed to, well, with the contrast paints anyway, you're supposed to be doing the over the Corax white, or their gray, or some other bone color primer, I think. But I just did black rattle can prime and sprayed some white ink over the top to get the zenithal. I'm not sure if this is going on too thin or what. We'll find out. We'll see if we can do the bad spots where they're hidden. I've had a couple of projects been going on recently. One big one. We started getting a lot of models from 3D Wicked that I've been doing YouTube video for. You can go check that out on my YouTube channel. I think the link to that's somewhere on the Twitch. If not, just youtube.com/thefraybrush. Should take you right to it. Not quite sure how long we're going to be working on this today, but we'll see how much we can get done in the time we're here. This is a Michael Bellaris sculpt. It's a good sculpt. I wish some of the detail would have been a little bit deeper. Namely, the mask. There's not a lot of detail between where the mask and the face is. Probably could have got a little bit that out, defined that out a little bit more myself, but. These areas are kind of tough to get to. Hey, Doomed. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, they're just contrast paints. I've done a review video on them before, but I never really broke them out to like use them. So kind of seeing how they work. And then once we get into the video a little bit, there's going to be a cool little reveal for a stream coming up Tuesday. All right. Let's see if we can find a good blue. We'll try Talisar Blue. That'll give us enough of a little pop. Looks like it might. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it really was just, I used my rattle can primer and then just shot some white ink over it. That's pretty much it. Nothing too extravagant. I'm not sure how long these take to dry. Hopefully not too long. I've kind of been dabbling with the, I paint oil sometimes too, so I'll use oil interference paint. I actually found some acrylic interference paint from Green Stuff World. Those have been pretty fun to use, kind of, I guess in a way, tint your metallics or whatever color you want to put underneath it. If you caught the Mantis video on YouTube, I used the green interference paint. That's what gave me the metallic on the Mantis's hair. And then there's also some oil paints put out by Gambling called goodness, what are they called? Well, I might have to go grab them. Remember the name. But either way, they're kind of an instant highlight type thing for oil paints. There's about 5 or 6 colors, I think. Radiance, Gambling Radiance. And there's about 5 or 6 colors, and it's pretty much an instant highlight for just about any color you put it over top of. There's a green for green shades. Thank you very much, wife. There is, there's a light color blue for blue shades of stuff, so on and so forth. And AK Interactive actually put out a pastel range that really mirrors the Gambling Radiance, but of course acrylic instead of oil. Here's where we're going to get kind of touchy in here. It's where it's kind of not good that there's not that much difference, not that much definition between the mask and the face. I've had this model sitting here. I actually think I might have started this on stream a while back. Didn't like the way it was going. And then had some... Hello, Dennis. Didn't like the way it was going. And then primed over it, started it again, primed over it, started it again. And then it just kind of sat there. So it has, yeah, like months and months and months. We'll try some ultramarine blue here. Yeah, I hope so. Wow, that is... I expected ultramarine blues to be a lot darker. We'll give it a shot. Ooh, goodness, that was a lot. Yeah, that'll be enough to get some contrast in there. It's kind of weird though, that almost looks like a purple over the zenithal, but it's not. We'll redo this one down here too. Yeah, you can see that difference. Not quite sure these are going to work painting over another color. A little bit of green we need to touch up back here. Let's see what we got for browns for the shell. Agro stones. Snake bite leather. Let's try it. See how it looks. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna look good. That's amazing how much a zenithal prime can help you out. I don't do it on every project, but for speed paints like this with some contrast paints, Be good. Seems like contrast paints in the zone of the prime is like easy mode for painting. Now this, actually, if you decide to go to Michael Blar's website or wherever to try to get this model, I will tell you this particular one, I want to say this was scaled down, I don't know, 50 to 75%, because I threw just one of Donatello's or Leonardo's legs on the build plate, and one leg from the foot up to the first connection point to the rest of the leg was bigger than this. So I mean, this is pretty size. It's like 75 millimeter, I think, something like that. Let's try to get this armor knocked out. What do we have? Oh, we just used that. Acros Dunes, yellow, gore. We might save that for the wraps. The Gorgon Fur, Griffhound Orange. What is this? That's a green. I don't know what that's. Flesh. Black Templar, maybe. Fire Slayer Flesh. That seems like it'd probably be more of an orange type. Skeleton Horde. All right, let's try the armor and Skeleton Horde. That sounds like it'll be good. A lot of these look like they're going to be the same on the wet palette, but especially it seems like when it comes to the Skeleton Horde is one of your favorites. Okay, good. Hopefully, well, we're getting ready to see what it's like. Oh goodness, that's. I don't know if I need to mix it up more or what, but that is really thin. I mean, really, nothing even says I'm using these the correct way anyway. As far as I know, not too many people throw them on a wet palette to use them, but YOLO. That does give it a nice little bone color. We might end up with another coat of that here in a little bit after it dries. If it dries. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it looks like it would. And I'm kind of. You can definitely tell it's something's covering the primer. It's kind of weird. These lights are so bright. I've got parchment paper over them to diffuse them, and I'm sitting in a dark room with just two little lights on, and it's really trying to blow out that white. All right, so we got that. Let's see. Really trying not to break this thing because I don't want to print it again. Well, that stuff dries pretty fast. I don't know if it's normally that way or maybe because it's getting thinned down through the wet palette. Hey Jazian. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. I'm going to try the Nasdrag yellow on his chest. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, and I don't know what to do about it, Dennis, honestly, because I've tried messing with the white balance myself, and it's worse, much worse. Okay. I mean, it seems to be working pretty well, though. I mean, I'm digging them. I don't know if I'm digging it enough to go buy the new colors, just because, well, everybody knows Games Workshop's pricing model, expensive. So I happened to get these from a hobby town that was going out of business, and even when they weren't going out of business, they offered like 15% off their GW stuff. We're gonna go back into that skeleton horde to get the piece in the middle of his belt. It is toning down the more color we get on there, though. Let's see. Agros Dunes. We'll try Agros Dunes for his little pouches on his belt. Well, that mixed up easy. When you paint over there, like to. Okay. All right. Well, I've got some pretty good matte varnish that I use. I'll shoot that over it before I go over it with anything else. Actually, we're gonna do the wraps. We'll do these. We'll do the wraps in this brown. Also, if you haven't gone and checked out my YouTube channel, it would be greatly appreciated. A lot of my, well, actually, I think just about all of my Twitch streams get uploaded to YouTube, and then actually before I started really streaming on Twitch, all of my content was YouTube. Started uploading to YouTube only videos again here recently. So appreciate it if you go check it out. Boy, hindsight's 2020. PFC Chevet. Hello. Welcome. Got a couple of projects coming up we're going to show here in a second. Got a upcoming Kickstarter. Oh, I thought you were some French person. Chevet. What's going on, Brody? I'm going to be doing a piece for Kickstarter Tuesday on stream. It's by Secret Forge. They're doing a new Kickstarter. They are the Same company that did Moxie the Brutale, if you remember that. Streamed for that. This is a little bit different. Chovy? I don't know who is PFC Chovy. Chevy? PFC Chevy? I don't know. We'll show this upcoming project for Tuesday. Pretty stoked about this. This is the first time that this has been shown online, I believe. This is Sharkimedes. It's pretty awesome. Looking forward to digging into this. This will be Tuesday, about probably 3:30-ish Central Standard Time. I'll be doing the stream for this. The Kickstarter actually goes live on Tuesday the 20th at 9 a.m. Eastern, I think. Here we go. It's from the they're doing the Rising Tides. So looking forward to this. I haven't seen the other two. I've seen renders and concept art for the other two figures. I'm not exactly sure what all is going to be coming out with them, but definitely looking forward to getting some paint on this guy. And then the other thing I'm working on is, well, I don't have all of it in here. I can show part of it just to show the size. So the Mantis bust was a quarter scale, so in layman's terms, huge. So my creative director wanted me to do a full body. So here are the legs for the full figure Drax sculpture. I got the whole thing primed today. I'll probably live stream some of this, but majority of this you'll probably be able to find in the YouTube video that gets uploaded for it in probably a couple weeks. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah, it is. I think it's, golly, I don't know. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's find out. Let me pull it up here real quick. Let's see, where is Wicked? It really is. Wicked does some great stuff. Let's see, Drax. 380 millimeters is what it'll be. So if you go over to YouTube and see the Mantis video, the Mantis, I believe, is only 280 millimeters. Let me pull her up real quick. Let's see. Mantis bust. Yeah, the Mantis bust is only 280 millimeters. This one full size is going to be 380. So it's still a little tacky from the spray paint. So some of that will be streamed. Some of it will be just on YouTube video, because I found out that doing recording for YouTube videos, I had about, I think once the Mantis bust was all said and done, I tried to edit about 20 hours worth. And that wasn't even including anything really about the base or anything like that. Hopefully the next video will go better, because the Mantis video, for some reason, the voiceover, music, nothing came through. So, but it's only a 10-minute video because I sped it up so much, so it's not too bad. It's actually not. I don't think that's looking too bad so far. Let's see here. What is going on? Okay, yeah, that's not looking too bad. It's kind of weird the way the webcams work because I'm looking at what's going through on this stream and it looks one way, and then I look at the live stream and it looks another way, and then I go and look at my camera software and it looks a different way. So I figure one of the three ways has to look okay. We'll do these pouches. We'll try this peg bear's flesh. See how it looks. Looks like it might be a little bit of a darker green, so it won't really affect the flesh color that much. Okay, well, it's a more sickly green. It's a more muted green, that's for sure. Give the old paintbrush a lick. Not sure if I like that. I've started watching a lot of Ground Affected over on YouTube, and there are quite a few things I've seen him use the contrast paints on for his videos. It looks like the main thing I've seen him use is probably the red. I'm not sure which red it is. One of the reds. Blood Angels red, maybe? Is there a Blood Angels red? It looks like it. What does this say? Ah, Blood Angels red. Well, there's a Blood Angels red. Flesh Tears red. Maybe Flesh Tears red is what he used. That sounds more familiar. Let's get back into this. Oh, that's mo better. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be. It really does. I haven't had a reason to use it yet. I'm not a Patreon of Michael Ballar's anymore. But I probably would have used it on one of the turtles if I'd have stayed for him to release them all. I don't remember what this was. Need a rope or a twine color. Let's see what we got. I'll tell you what, I was pulling these out of the plastic bin and it seemed like there were a lot more of these than once I got them up on the table. I don't want to do yellow. Actually, we'll try the Nasdrag yellow for the belt and the little straps on the shoes. See how those turn out. I'll tell you what, it seems like it's easy to get real sloppy with these paints. And as you can tell, maybe, I have been using a size 8 craft brush for the whole thing. I've really started to kind of embrace using the bigger brush for as much as possible. And I found out that it's actually a lot easier than trying to use, my size 3/0. Yeah, I've seen it, wife. I have. I was always kind of scared to use the bigger brush, but it turns out there's not a huge difference as long as you keep a point on it. Now, granted, I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah, you do. You definitely have a. You definitely get into your creative process. That's for sure. So I wouldn't. I don't think I'd try to do eyeballs with a size 8 craft brush, but it's definitely okay for stuff like this, for sure. Oh, size 1, yeah. Yeah, but do you, now, if I'm not mistaken, you deal mainly with like, what, 28 to 32 millimeter, maybe a little bit bigger for some heroic scales? Yeah, if I went to, yeah, it's size 1 I use every once in a while. But I mainly do the large size collector scale statues now, and it would take me years with a size 1. Now I think, who was it? I think Reaper actually used to do. They might still do it. I don't remember exactly what it revolved around, but I did Maldrakar one time. It took me about 6 months to paint, but I think it was Reaper that did the like size 1 or size 0 brush kind of unofficial contest. You didn't win anything except to say you could do it, but you would have to pick like one of their like insanely huge models like the Maldrakar or something like that, and you had to paint the whole thing with like a size 1. I want to say it was Reaper that did that. I'm not 100% sure though. Crazy. Let's go back into the skeleton one here and do these. No, I'm not intending on leaving it this sloppy. This is just kind of see if I can get some colors on it. Trying to figure out where I want to go with it. And colors overlapping and all kinds of stuff. We're gonna do some of that black to do where'd they go? Black Templar. We're gonna use Black Templar on the sword handles. One seems significantly longer than the other one. Maybe because of the stance. Hey, Doomed, have you had an issue with these reactivating if you do put a varnish over them before you go back to them? Okay, cool. Good, good, good. I get the feeling I'm not being as careful with these as I needed to be. That's alright. We'll get it. They do seem like they can get away from me pretty quick. But I'll have to go back in, paint his toenails, stuff like that. We'll do blue tassels. I kind of like that bright blue, that first one we did. What was the was it the Talisar blue? I think. You're like, yeah, I'm kind of liking these so far. I mean, you definitely can't put a lighter color over a dark, but I think under the right circumstances, you'd really be able to highlight these and shadow them. So I think once we get this done, we'll probably have to varnish it, and we'll have to let these dry for a while before we varnish it and go back and do some touch up, and I think it'll be okay. It'll be alright. Let's do, I didn't want that one. The hilt on his swords here almost look like turtle shell. So we're gonna go back in with that original color we used on the turtle shell. Throw that in there, which is kind of weird. He's a turtle, which means he had to kill another turtle to get the turtle shell to use for his sword, but that's a story for a different video. We'll explore that later. I'm pretty sure there's some big conspiracy theory out there about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles already. I don't need to start my own, I don't think. That was a lot. Do these shrink a lot? Doomed? That one's got quite a bit on it, and I don't know if I should kind of... We'll wick it off. That one might just be darker. We'll have to see how that one works out. Let's see. I want to do the base in a gray. Is there a gray? Militarum green. Brown. Turquoise. I don't want turquoise. Too much. Camo. Green, purple, blue, black, flesh. What is this? Space Wolves gray. Let's try that. Looks like it's gonna have quite a bit of a blue tint to it, so that might work out well. slop this on because it's a lot of base to cover. Wow, okay. Not what I was expecting, but hey, it is what it is. It's not too bad, I guess. Alright, not quite sure how I feel about this one. The others have been okay, but this one's kind of... We'll make it work. I could see how this could be used for concrete, or stone, or rubble, whatever. And like I said, you know, this is just speed paint, so this is not specifically speed paint. This is a speed paint stream, I guess I should say. So if you're just tuning in, my process is normally not like this. So I mean, I could see me. This is, you know, this is the first time I've ever used the contrast paints for painting. Well, I guess there's not really anything else to use them for, so I guess I could say this is just my first time using the contrast paints, other than the review video. I think it could definitely be added to the toolbox. I don't see it replacing my Vallejos, that's for sure. But I could see it being an add-on to the washes. That's not bad. It's alright. I don't know what color to do the helmet in on the base. I don't want to do that in stone too. I don't want purple. I don't think red would look right. I guess I have to do it in blue. It's white, leather. What we got for blues? This is Space Wolves gray, Ultramarines blue. I don't really like that one. Contrast, Leviathan blue. Let's try that one. Let's try Leviathan blue. Get shook up here. I was trying to keep this to an hour, and I'm not gonna be far off, I don't think. Not too far anyway. It'll pretty much be done once we get the silver on the... Oh, it's okay. We'll see. Where'd it go? All right. That is dark. I think I kind of like that though. I think that'll be good. You can definitely tell it's blue. Yeah, I do. Ooh, now we're getting the dark. There it is. like that. It does lighten up quite a bit as it dries, though. But you can definitely tell where it's not even at. That's for sure. I like it, though. I think some of this stuff's definitely going to take 2 coats. For sure. Alright, let's, now we have to go away from the contrast colors. Because, let's say, if you've watched any of my videos, you know what my favorite metallics are. So, let's get those laid down. Mixed up. I can't believe some of my paints are settling so bad. It seems my paints act like it's been years since I painted, and I actually finished the Mantis like last week, so. I do have, I'm not going to use it today, but I do have this, what's upside down, Molotov Liquid Chrome. I haven't used it yet. I'm saving it for the Drax because he's got like an big old dango knife I'm going to paint, so I want to try to use it on that. Was that steel or silver? Silver, okay. Now these are airbrush paints, the Vallejo metal colors, but they, I don't know, they act different through the airbrush, not in a bad way, but it's, I don't know, the smoothness is kind of weird. There was a while back I did a Mandalorian and I airbrushed the metal on his helmet and stuff, and I don't know, it almost looked too smooth coming from the airbrush, if that's a thing. Put that silver against that blue. Alright, swords are done. We'll do, I don't know what color we should use for that. Part on the hilt by the guard. I guess it'd be black because it's right at kind of part of the handle. So put that in there. It kind of leaked over a little bit, but we can touch that up later. All right. That skeleton color is really light. I can't see how it'd be different over an already bone color. Well, we can get back in and get that touched up later. Doop 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 doo. All right, let's try to get some eyeballs in there. Here comes the fun part. What do we have have here? We'll try some extra opaque, heavy warm gray. Yeah, that'll work. We'll put it there. Then we'll use some of the super secret mix. This mix is, I use this on my wet palette. I use it on my airbrush, everything. It is, that's a lot. That's what that is. It's about 10% airbrush thinner, 10% airbrush medium, and then water. And it's magic. Guaranteed. You'll never use anything else for an additive if you use additives. And I'm going to have to break out my super duper glasses for this. Brody, I just got your text. That's funny, man. So these things, I don't know if anybody's ever seen these. These are kind of cool. I go to the VA for medical care, and I was explaining to the optometrist about 2 weeks ago, I guess, what I do for a hobby. And he ordered these for me. Yeah, the new glasses. Okay. These are, I have no idea what strength they are, but the diopters adjust out and back in to adjust the level of magnification. If I have them all the way out, which is max magnification, I can't focus I can't focus anything closer than 16 inches. So we're going to use these, and while I'm painting these eyeballs, I'm holding the model about 15, 16 inches, actually a little bit more, probably about a foot, a little over a foot, away from my face. Resin Assassin, what's up? And they're pretty awesome. But to me, they're a lot more comfortable than the other different types of magnifiers you can get. Yeah, you can see pores with these. That's true. The eyeball isn't sculpted in very well, so I'm kind of having to make my own. So you have to excuse me if it's a weird angle. Oh. Sorry, that should cut down on the echo. I forgot my stream was playing through the TV and I didn't have it muted. Yeah, I guess I could wear headphones while I stream because it gets kind of, the wife, she's usually at her computer. being a moderator for the stream. And I'm in a different room where all the painting stuff is set up. So with my TV muted, I'm literally just kind of sitting back here with nothing to listen to my own voice. And I was actually listening to the stream music and didn't realize it was coming through. Yeah, I think those look pretty good. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I want to give these a good time to dry. So we'll hit up a little bit more, but then I think at that point we'll have to call it so everything can have a chance to set up before I start hitting it with the varnish. So I can start doing adjustments. There's some stuff I'm gonna have to go back over. Those colors leaked over. I think for the most part, though, my first time painting with the contrast paints, I kind of I like them. I think I need to learn to control them a little bit better. I think there's definitely some possibilities there, though, for them to get incorporated into my usual toolbox of painting stuff. So, pretty pleased. Before I get out of here, I'm going to show the Sharkamedes again. My next stream is going to be Tuesday, the 20th. I think it's the 20th, pretty sure. And we're going to be doing Sharkamedes here. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it. I appreciate you stopping in. This model isn't released yet. This is Sharkamedes from the upcoming Secret Forge Rising Tides Kickstarter that's going to be coming up. I'll shoot a link. If you have a chance, click on this link and go follow their Kickstarter. And then, I mean, since you're there following, you might as well just, go ahead and back it. They've got some of the best prizes I've ever seen, especially for merchant tiers and such. It's a great company. Been working with them quite a bit. But this is Sharkamedes. This is the 150 millimeter version. There's a 75 millimeter version as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think this is one of three figures that are going to be released in the Kickstarter. So I've never painted wildlife before. I've always wanted to paint a shark. So here's my chance. We'll see what happens with it. And I'll actually, let me see if I can get this to work. This is what you'll be looking for on the Kickstarter. Sharkamedes is there in the middle, as you can see, and then the other two figures getting released with it. So this will be Tuesday when we're painting Sharkamedes. So hopefully you'll be able to make it in for that. It's going to be fun. He's going to be staying like this. So we'll be breaking out the airbrush, getting some grays laid down, a lot of different textures on here, probably some dry brushing, a bunch of good stuff going on. So be sure and stop by to catch this Tuesday if you can. Again, that's Tuesday the 20th at about 3:30-ish Central Time. We'll be going live. Probably on for, I don't know, a couple hours, 2-3 hours maybe. It's a work night and a school night, so, got to pay attention to real world stuff. So thank you everybody for stopping by. It's been the first stream in a while that lasted any length of time. I really appreciate it. It's good to see some people back again, stopping in, and hopefully we'll see everybody again on Tuesday. Until then, remember, tell them Big Aaron sent you. Thanks everybody. Bye.